Hello and welcome to another episode of Squirtified Engineering. I'm Sprutis, and if you're interested in following along with all my different projects, then please consider subscribing and pressing that bell button. And so this is another status update. It's been quite a while since I did the last one. It's now the beginning of or 1 week into November, and the last one was in July maybe, or even August. So quite some time has passed since then. And in case you've forgotten, or if I haven't said it before, this segment is about tying all the other segments together, or sort of presenting the status of overall over the channel. And also, to recap what the channel is about, it's about the engineering perspective on life, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to do things on my own, trying to ask questions in everyday life, and that's something that's a bit hard to get across in just a few videos. But I guess also that's the reason why I have so many different segments, despite the YouTube algorithm, which would say that I'm doing this incorrectly, that I should focus on one segment. But the big segment in this is, as I've said, the engineering perspective on life. So I guess I have to take the long route to achieving greatness at YouTube. But I'm okay with it, because this is my channel, and I know that I'm not the only one who has this approach to life. So and if I can inspire someone else to start having this approach, then it's even better. But so on Friday, it's Sunday today, and 2 days ago I wasn't able to upload an episode like I always do. Usually I upload every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, Swedish time, GMT +1. But yeah, for some reason I was very tired. I got since I am in the risk group, I was able to take the flu vaccine that started on Tuesday. So I went straight ahead on Tuesday for a drop-in flu shot, and since that is a cocktail of 3 different viruses, it will take some effort for the body to process it. So I guess I was extra tired this week, not just from working 9 or 10 hours a day at my normal work and then continuing with the channel. Yeah, so I'm sorry for that. I will try and improve. I'm doing my best. But what I normally present on this segment is the packages that are arriving. So let's have a look at what's arrived since the last status update. So it's time for another unboxing. So we have 3 packets. 2 of them are from Bollnäs Bilvård, and one of them comes all the way from Singapore. And let's see if we can focus on this, like so. So 1.75 millimeter hips 3D filament, 1 kilogram. So this is then I need to there was a hole, but that could have been made now by me, maybe. So the nice thing about this filament is that it's solvable by water. So I can use this with the second extruder and let it print advanced support structure, and then put the entire thing in a bowl of water and let it sit, and this will dissolve. So 5 liters of RT green alkalic degreaser, and here we have another one because I bought my dad a kit, and then I got this one for very cheap, otherwise I only buy the bulk. I also bought my dad an interior brush. I bought my dad a 10 pack of microfiber towels. I bought my dad a spare bottle, and this one I might keep myself. And then this is why I bought the bottles for my dad. I bought him a foam lens because I'm tired of seeing his car unevenly washed, and since I can't wash it regularly, I can only do so much. So I'm trying to give him the tools and the means to wash his car efficiently. 5 liters of degreaser HD, heavy duty one. RT Plus foam lens shampoo for my dad. And then another RT Plus. So according to the receipt, I did order 2 of the shampoos, which I find a bit weird, but let's have a look at the foam lens. One bottle is included, a spare nozzle, one hose, the foam lens itself. This is the same one that I have, which I'm happy with. So we have the hose going there. The nozzle is not needed now. We have this pipe. What else do we have? Okay. We have 2 nozzles. So I guess you can change the nozzle depending on the pressure. And here we have the adapter. So it would be like this, like so. And this is then the Nilfisk adapter. as that's the pressure washer that my dad has. It's also sort of a belated birthday present. One gift kit ready for delivery. I emptied the RT Green in one of my older 5-liter containers and poured in some degreaser HD so that my dad at least have a little bit of that. So we have more packages. Woohoo! And this one is not for me.
No, it's for me.
But these are for me. And the date here is the 15th of April. And it's now the beginning of August. But if we look around, we can easily see that it's about filaments. Not just filaments. We have one level sensor and a few nozzles. But here we have, oh, this was PLA. I guess I'm waiting for an ABS one. But the normal black PLA, 1 kilogram. This is something cool, since the tape on. So first we have 0.4 millimeter nozzles, and then we have this, the BL touch sensor. Since the one that came with my 3D printer does not work if I'm using a glass heat bed, and yes, I can't use glass bed with PETG, but if I'm printing something like that, PLA, then it would be nice to print it on the glass bed, and then I can use that sensor. One charger and 3 batteries, and these are 3.7 volts, 1600 milliamp hours. So these are for my GoPro 3 Black.
So this is one of your birthday presents?
Yes, that's correct. And then a small manual. But I guess we have someone here who's very antsy to open the big package.
Finally!
So why don't you go ahead?
Can I just pull us down?
Yes. Come on.
Human, I don't want to damage my...
In the words of Jeremy Clarkson, power.
Woohoo!
What do you have? So start with the small stuff. So one tuner. And then
Ooh!
nice Deva picks. And then one axle strap. And then one big bag. And
Fine.
no.
Nice. Strings.
Yes, the Adario. normal ones.
And finally.
Lay it flat on the floor. For those of you who are in guitars or instruments, you know that sign.
So, this is like an onion system.
You won't have.
No, it's my baby. Ta-da!
Okay, we can lay it down on the box again.
Like this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ooh. Ta-da!
I want to ring a red Fender Squire
All mine.
3/4 size.
It looks like a baby guitar. For baby.
For being a budget guitar, as this is a Squire Mini, I'm very impressed with the overall looks and quality. So I did buy the Harley Benton budget guitar for a colleague for his daughters. That one was required intonation, change of strings before being good. I think this one is better prepared for playing out of the box. The intonation was pretty much spot on. The neck feels good, and I mean, it's a brand new instrument, so you need to repeatedly do some tuning, but I think it's very, very promising. So hopefully she can learn to play guitar with this. And this one, as it is a 3/4 size, meaning the distance from this bridge to this nut is like 570 something millimeters instead of a normal size, which is 640 or something. The thing is that the bands then become less wide, and the neck is this width is a bit smaller, so hopefully it works good for her hands. 2 more packages has arrived. This one, I need more wide, and then focus. So let's see if I can do it with one hand. This was part of my birthday present. So we have a crimper. In this compartment we have different adapters. So just undo these screws and a new one can be installed. And this is of course from China, so we'll see how the quality is. The second package came today. First we have a microfiber. The most important thing is this. This is a refill kit from ShineMate. It contains 12 different pads that I can use on my latest polisher, and I get 2 of each. So, and this was also on sale at Waxdog, so it was 20 crowns off, so 229 crowns this cost, so around $20, and the money I saved was enough to buy this microfiber, which was also on sale. So 2 days from placing the order till receiving it, really good. The China part did take a lot longer. Let's just leave it at that. Up until now you've seen me use my mobile phone, the flashlight on that, to look for scratches. So I do have the flashlight that I've been using, that you've seen me use before, in my garage. But I felt the need yesterday to invest in some more, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. I want something compact, something that I can easily have in my pocket and just take out, have a look at the surface, and then put it back, continue with the polishing. So I stopped by a store called Autodude, and they have this they also have this light store, Velo store, like this. So I got this tiny flashlight, comes with a battery even, only 65 Swedish crowns, so and it's this small. It's not a button you have to press to turn it on, instead you turn the front piece. So it would have been easier if it was a button, but I think, yeah, it works okay. And I've tested it on the pieces that I have here in the apartment, and it makes it easy to see what I have left to work on. So so far I can really recommend it. It's very bright, so it's even hard to look in the direct reflection of the light. So you need to be you can't really make the reflection bounce towards your eyes. You need to make it bounce towards somewhere else, so you can see the sort of non-direct light. So I even got 2 because they are so small, so I can have one with me at all times. So that's what I will be using in the apartment from now on when I'm doing polishing, and also in the garage and so. So a few more stuff, quite a wide range. You saw a nice little red guitar. So since Sid has small hands, it's difficult for her to use a normal sized guitar, so that's a 3/4 size guitar. So it's better for her hands and fingers. I think it's quite nice. It plays quite well as well. And then we have the crimper. I can't really afford to buy the stuff, the tools in the store here in Sweden, because then I would need to buy one crimper for each type of connector. But buying from China, I can get a kit that works well enough. So we will see how that works. There was also some detailing stuff, Some went to my dad. Some went to my new polishing setup. And also some new flashlights for finding scratches. And some other stuff that's been going on the channel is I've launched a new segment, Driving Home with Sprutis. And the idea was to have like a podcast type of thing going on, recording when I'm on my way home from work on Fridays. The problem is that it's soon winter, so it's quite dark out, especially when I leave work. So it's not really feasible. So instead I'm recording it at home. I will actually do a recording of that after this. But the idea, besides being a podcast, is it will work like an outlet and for me, and also a way, maybe an easier way for you to ask me questions that are not specific to a specific segment, but more in general how blah 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 works with blah blah blah, or something like that. When it is segment specific, then I will sort of reply in that segment. Just like when I got the question about the timing belt replacement in the Supra. So the original episode 2, where I replaced the timing belt, it didn't really show enough to work as an instruction for how to replace the timing belt. So one of you requested that I would show some more about that, so I made this information-based episode about changing the timing belt, what I think you should think about, watch out for, and so on. So now I think I'm covering all the bases. So segment specific and more in general about me and the other stuff I do. And then we have another episode from the segment General Car Care, where I show things that aren't as high level as enough to be on a project car, but more about doing the day-to-day stuff with your daily driver and so on. And in the latest episode I'm showing the windshield replacement, which I didn't do myself. I try to do everything myself, but some things have their limits. Here in Sweden it's quite cheap to replace the windshield. You pay 1,500 crowns or about 150 bucks. You drop it off in the morning and after work, so you're working while it's being replaced, and then after work or in the afternoon you can collect your car with a brand new windshield. Yeah, I think it's more convenient to do it through the insurance. So I did the same thing with the Supra. I can't remember if it was Carglass, a company in Sweden. So Carglass replaced the windshield on my Supra, and Reed's Bilglas replaced the one on my Peugeot. But on the Supra they actually came to my garage. They took out the windshield, because you're not allowed to drive on the streets without the windshield. And then I could prep and paint the entire body of the Supra. And when I felt completed with well, let's say the windshield frame, they came back and installed the new one. So that's, I mean, it was 4 years apart. So that was very good. I was getting a bit worried that they would sort of ignore it or something, but yeah, they came through. And also when it comes to DIY, do it yourself, so it's the windshields and the machining of the engine parts. So boring the block, milling the block and head, milling the valve seats and so on. I don't have those machines, so I paid someone to do that, but I was maybe a bit demanding in that because I wanted the result to be according to my preferences. So he actually had to redo some stuff, but in the end I was happy, and I hope he was happy. I mean, he got paid, so. And we also have another episode of Home Improvement coming up. So due to COVID-19, I haven't really been that happy about being among people. So I've taken the time to renovate my living room, make it livable again. And then when I was doing that, I was 7 weeks off from work, so I did have some time to do it in, but then I had to go back full time, so I haven't really been able to work that much in my apartment. And we are in the living room now, but everything is not finished. The TV is not up on the wall yet, and I have some floor trim to paint, but I have some Supra parts in the way and some tools, so I can't get to them, and I don't feel like moving stuff around just for that, so I will hold off on painting that. The door to the balcony needs a sanding session and another coat of paint, but I have done some things that I can do. So you will have to watch that episode to find out what. What else? We have the Supra, of course. My beautiful red Ferrari Rosso Corsa red Supra. And the garage is pretty much completed enough for me to do some actual Supra work there, which is really nice. Like I've said before, maybe I haven't said everything, but the garage that I was in before, I took over a friend's spot there. So even though I put the cupboards there and put up some lights and so on, I didn't do that work from scratch. He put up the workbench and so on, and also the floor was asphalt. It was dark. It was dusty. The new one is the opposite. It's large. It's better air. It's better lighting. The ceiling height is way higher. So I wanted to get a proper working area before I did the actual work on the Supra. But I mean, I need to follow the 4 seasons in the weather, so I had to do some Supra work at least, and also to give you something to look at. But yeah, so the off-season is starting because it's getting cold out. People are changing to winter tires. Some are using studded. So I don't feel like driving my Supra outside anymore. Also, if there will be any areas with black ice, I could crash it, which I don't feel like doing right now. So I will start on my off-season work, which is quite a lot of stuff. Since that, I mean, I do have some obvious things to do with the Supra, like finish the paint. Well, the painting is completed. What I need to do is wet sand and polish the last few pieces. And now with the improved lighting situation in my garage, or maybe not lighting, improved light situation. Sorry. I am seeing a few scratches, sanding scratches that I didn't remove before, so I will need to address that. But then I also have quite a few parts in different areas that I would like to install. So I will be recording a separate episode of what I want to achieve during the off season. Maybe even do it as if I or show you what I have planned to do, and then maybe show you the priority among those things, because I don't think I would be able to make all of them before the next on season starts. And there is another segment coming out. You've seen me use a lot of detailing products. I have everything from cleaning to compounding and polishing and waxing. So I think it's a bit too much if I do the information about that in every segment, which I haven't done to begin with, but I think it could be fun to show you what I'm using, why I'm using it, and just show you the process of how I'm determining what products to use. I'm trying to stay on the economics side, so I'm buying bulk, I'm buying from abroad, and so on. The prices in Sweden aren't that great, but sometimes there is a sale, and then you can buy some stuff. And another segment which you haven't seen much about is the 3D printing segment. I have maybe 10 episodes recorded, but the next episode that's coming out, whenever I have time to finish it, is about the steps I take between receiving the package and assembling it, which meant that I had to do some screen recording when I was working on the computer, and the quality of that is bad. So I think I've tried a few different ways to record it, but the quality is not good at all. So I will try it in another way. I will actually try it on a different computer and see if it's performance based. And then I think we can move forward with that, because I need to create some parts for the Supra with it. So I want it to sort of stay up to date. Well, keep you up to date. So I guess that's it for the status update as of 2020-11/08. And also it's Father's Day, so make sure you congratulate all the fathers that you know or that you have, if you feel like it. But if you're still watching, thank you very much for watching. We will see how this goes on, but I will do the status updates in well, I don't want to do them. I don't want to put the schematic on how often I'm doing those, because it all depends on how the rest of the channel is evolving. But yeah, like always, stay safe, take care, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.